YouTube, how's it going? It's your guy Nutsy Poo back with another video today, and today's video is a big one because it's time for us to kick off a new series here on our YouTube. RidinRoster's just dropped his full minor set the other day, and with the release of that, it's time to kick off our Pittsburgh Pirates Rebuild franchise in MLB The Show 21. As you guys know, I'm a massive Pittsburgh Pirates fan, but I'm also a big franchise mode fan in sports games as well. I love franchise mode across all sports games, and it's no different for MLB The Show 21. I haven't actually gotten the chance to play it yet. I've been waiting for these rosters to drop, but now they're out, and I can't wait to kick it off. The Pittsburgh Pirates are an interesting team. They have a couple of really good pieces at the major league level, but for the most part, they're rebuilding. Their most fun attribute is the fact that they have so many high potential prospects to look forward to, and it should make this franchise really fun and enjoyable for not only me, but also you guys. The plan for this franchise mode is to stream all of the games over on our Twitch channel and then to do recap videos fairly regularly to guys updated here on the YouTube channel as well. Episode 1 of the Young Bucks franchise kicks off right now. We're going to focus on the house rules for our franchise first, then we're going to do a deep dive into the Pittsburgh Pirates roster, let you guys see all of the ratings and potential for all of their players, and then we're going to go around and check out some of the other interesting prospects or interesting storylines around Major League Baseball on RidinRoster's full minors roster set. I can't wait for this. This is going to be so much fun. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I'm going to enjoy filming it. Let's kick it off. So first, we want to start off showing you guys the Young Bucks franchise house rules that I'm going to be following with this franchise mode. I'm going to try to focus on realism. This is not going to be a quick rebuild. I'm not just going to trade for everyone else's star players and make the Pirates unbeatable. I'm trying to build this team through the draft, through their farm system. I want to make them better organically, like the Pirates would be in real life. With that in mind, the goal here is to try to get through as many seasons as possible in the franchise so we can see all of those prospects. For year one, we're going to focus on critical moments instead of playing full games. This will allow us to get through year one quickly. Year one's going to be the hardest year. There's not a whole lot of talent on the squad. It's all about development. We're going to do call-up player locks, where we player lock players that we call up from AAA to the majors or AA to the majors. Want to be able to play those debuts and show you guys those prospects hitting the show. Then we're going to do player lock prospect games per month. It's going to focus on the Pirates' top 30 prospects in real life, which means you're going to see Liover Peguero, you're going to see O'Neill Cruz, Nick Gonzalez, Quinn Priester, and all of the other prospects that the Pirates have to look for. Then into year two, we're going to start playing full games. We're going to play one full game per week of the season, and we're going to keep doing certain critical moments. We're still going to do the call-up player locks because I want to show off those major league debuts for the prospects, and we're going to go down to one player lock per month for prospect games, AA and AAA. If I really enjoy those, we might bump it back up to 2, but we will see. The playoffs, we're going to play games 1, 4, and 7 of series. I like the ability to potentially lose. I feel like if I play every game myself, I have very little opportunity to actually lose games. So by playing 1, 4, and 7, it puts some chance, puts some risk into it. And I really enjoy that when I'm doing my franchise modes. So it makes the World Series wins that much more. For the just standard ground rules, we're going to be playing on Hall of Fame difficulty, but if Hall of Fame is going to bump it up to legend. I'm not going to be changing the sliders because I want to still get the XP for Diamond Dynasty and the other parts of the game. So if it's too difficult or too easy on Hall of Fame, we'll move it up to legend to get kind of that added difficulty. We're going to try to make realistic trades and signings that the real life Pittsburgh Pirates would make. One thing I will say is I'm going to give away a little bit more money than Bob Nutting does in real life, but that's just me personally. I have to do it for our Buccos. And we're also going to focus on building through the draft rather than making big blockbuster trades. I think these are really realistic ground rules that are going to make the franchise really enjoyable for me to play and for you guys to watch. The other thing I wanted to say is the Pirates have the #1 overall pick in the first year player draft. And the kind of consensus overall or first overall pick are Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker, the pitchers from Vanderbilt in real life. So whatever prospect I pick in the Major League Baseball first year player draft in our franchise, I'm going to change into either Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker just so we can add that extra game for the first couple of years. I'm really looking forward to this. I it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to play it. Now it's time to go check out the setup of our franchise and do that roster review. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. I wanted to show you guys my settings and how I'm going to be setting up this franchise. We're not going to be doing 30 team control. I kind of like the chaos of all of the trades happening, crazy free agency, and all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to pick our Pittsburgh Pirates here. Then we're going to go ahead and advance. We're going to leave GM contracts on. We're going to turn off fantasy draft. We're going to turn off legend free agents. We're going to turn off computer roster control. We're going to allow computer trading. We're going to keep budgets on. No forced trades, of course. This is the one change. We're going to turn on the DH. I played without a DH last year in our Pirates franchise, and by year 2 or 3, it was kind of hard to continue playing without a DH. I think MLB is going to bring out the DH realistically next year, so we're just going to jump right into it right now and turn on the DH off the get-go. And then I'm actually going to keep the extra inning runner option on. I like it personally. I like the extra inning rule. I know I'm kind of alone on that one, but it is what it is. For our coaching tasks and our development tasks and our manager tasks, we're going to turn them all right to manual. We're going to be taking full control over everything. I will say that I generally allow the computer to handle lineups and pitch rotations, especially when I'm not playing all 162 to do that during simulations. I'm still trying to determine whether or not I want to turn injuries on or off. We'll figure that out as we go. All right, so here's the roster. You can see here there's not a whole lot of very good talent on this major league roster for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but that's okay. We're going to overhaul it over the next couple of years. There are three very important parts of this roster that I'm going to key in on. The first is third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes, of course. Ke'Bryan Hayes is 24 overall. He's going to be an absolute superstar someday. Brian Reynolds is the second big one, switch hitting left fielder, B potential. We love that as well. And then the third piece of the puzzle is Mitch Keller. Now, Mitch Keller is an A potential 24-year-old pitcher. He hasn't put it all together yet in the major leagues, but he's a big piece of the rebuild moving forward for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They need him to be successful. So we're going to start with the starting rotation. The major league starting rotation is Tyler Anderson, kind of a long-term pitcher who's been around to a lot of different squads. Definitely not an ace. He's only a 73 overall, 31 years old. Not great. Stephen Brault, a nice B potential 28-year-old pitcher. You have Trevor Cahill in AAA. You have Chad Kuhl, JT Brubaker, Mitch Keller, and Cody Ponce rounds out the major league starting pitchers. Cody's probably going to fill that long relief role short term for the Pirates. I like him a lot. In AAA, like I said, we have Trevor Cahill. You have Blake Cederlin, who actually has some high upside. I think he's going to end up being a reliever, maybe even a closer. That 99 velocity is nothing to sniff at. I absolutely love Blake. You have Will Crow here, who's a big piece of the Josh Bell trade this offseason. He's looked very good so far in the majors. Will Crow will probably be called up year one here. Sean Poppin, and then you have Quinn Priester. Quinn Priester is the other arm that's going to make or break the Pirates rebuild. A lot of scouts are saying he could potentially be the best right-handed prospect at the end of this year. He could jump up into the top 10 overall prospects in baseball, which is awesome. The Pirates are going to be very, very reliant on him and Mitch Keller to pull the pitching staff together when he comes up. You have Ronzi Contreras here in AA as well, another B potential pitcher, 21 years old. He had a really good minor league debut earlier this week. Could be a very, very good pitcher moving forward for the Pirates. Max Kranick, Carmen Mlodzinski, who was the second first-round pick for the Pirates in this last year's draft. He's a big dude, strong arm, as you can see that 99 velocity again. Very, very important moving forward. Eddie Yeen is in AAA. He was another part of that Josh Bell trade that I talked about earlier. Then you have Coldy Bolton. Jared Jones was another one of their draft picks in last year's draft. He has the potential to be a two-way player at the major league level. He was a very good hitter in high school. We'll see if it translates to the majors at all. Braxton Ashcraft and Brennan Malone are the other two big prospects for the Pirates pitching rotation. 21 years old and 19 years old, both B potential. Need them to come together. For the relievers, you have Kyle Crick and Michael Felipe at the major league level, along with Chris Stratton, Sam Howard, and Dwayne Underwood. There's not a whole lot of potential here as far as good pitchers go moving forward. You have Austin Davis here at a B potential. David Bednar is from Pittsburgh. He's a hometown dude. He comes out to Renegade, which is the Steelers song. Any of you guys who are Steelers fans, I like David Bednar a lot. I think he probably comes up at some point during this year. Outside of that, Hartlieb's a pretty prospect as well as Luis Oviedo. For closers, you have Richard Rodriguez and Clay Holmes. Richard Rodriguez has been one of the best closers in baseball so far this year. One of those players that could be sent off at the trade deadline for some prospects in this franchise. It might be something that I'm looking at do at the trade deadline. For catchers, you have Jacob Stallings and John Ryan Murphy at the major league level. This is one of the biggest holes for the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's not a whole lot of talent in the minor leagues. There's not a whole lot coming up at the catcher position, which is going to be a real problem for the Pirates moving forward. They did get Endy Rodriguez here, who's a switch hitting catcher, who's a part of the Joe Musgrove trade. They got him from the New York Mets. Curious to see what he can do. He hit a home run in his minor league debut a couple of days ago. You never know, could hit at a major league level. We'll see. At first base, you have Colin Moran and Todd Frazier in the majors. Colin Moran's a B potential, but honestly, he struggled to be consistent. He's hit a lot better the last couple of years. Not very good fielder, unfortunately. And then Todd Frazier is who Todd Frazier is. Maybe if he performs well at the beginning of the year, you can ship him off for some prospects to a contender. Who knows? You have Will Craig and Mason Martin in the pipeline. Mason Martin is an interesting prospect for the Pirates. He probably has the best power tools of any prospect in the season right now. If he can put it all together, he could hold down the first base for a long time when he finally hits the majors. Only 21 years old, still a lot of time to develop. At second base, and this is where it gets interesting, the Pirates are very, very, very deep down the middle of their infield. Second base and shortstops are by far their best positions depth wise. At the major league level, you have Adam Frazier and Kevin Newman. Adam Frazier is a very good second baseman, very, very good hitter, 82 overall B potential. He's probably their biggest trade asset this year. I would imagine he's going to get shipped out, at least in our franchise, by the end of the trade deadline. Then Kevin Newman will take over. He's been the starting shortstop this year, Pirates. He's performed pretty well in limited capabilities, and he performed very, very well in spring training. Then you have Kevin Kramer at AAA. Nick Gonzalez is the big piece of the puzzle here, though. Nick Gonzalez, 67 overall, A potential. He was their first round pick last year, number 6 overall. He has an incredible bat speed, spray the ball to all fields. He looks really, really good in minor league baseball so far. He's hit a home run, had a couple of extra base hits as well. Nick Gonzalez could hold down the second base position for a long time in Pittsburgh. At third base, of course, you have Ke'Bryan Hayes. Like I said earlier, this is the face of the franchise. You need Ke'Bryan Hayes to perform for this team to go anywhere moving forward. He's going to be the superstar. He's going to be shining light in Pittsburgh. My favorite player in Major League Baseball right now. Hopefully, he performs in this first year so he can keep developing. That A potential is no joke. Very, very good hitter, awesome speed, one of the best fielding third basemen already in baseball, a rookie. That's unreal. Then you have Phillip Evans, who's been a utility player for the Pirates, but he's really shown up the last couple of years. He'll stick on the roster to play those utility positions. I like Phillip Evans a lot and what he brings. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot of upside in the Pirates minor league system at third base, but that's okay because, like I said, you have Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's only 24. At shortstop, you have Eric Gonzalez in the majors. But there's a lot of good talent here as well. Cole Tucker's in AAA. Cole Tucker has been a really big disappointment. He has the personality to be a superstar, face of the franchise type player. Defense is there. His hitting has not shown up. Unless his hitting develops, he's going to be nothing more than kind of a secondary middle infielder, defensive replacement type of player, which is unfortunate. But then you do have two big pieces here for the Pirates, Ji Hwan Bae and Liover Peguero. Ji Hwan is an international signing. He has the potential to be very, very good, especially defensively. He has elite speed. And Leover Peguero. He was a throw-in to the Starling Marte trade to the Arizona Diamondbacks a couple of years ago. Is going to be very, very, very good. Along with Key Brian Hayes and Nick Gonzalez, that makes up 3 of 4 very good infielders for the Pirates that will set up their infield position a long time to come. He's a very, very good hitter. He's shown off some kind of impressive power to start this minor league season in real life. Curious to see if it translates at all to Major League Baseball. In left field, we have Brian Reynolds. Like I said, he's one of the building blocks of this franchise. Switch hitter, very good defensively. He had a really bad short season last year, but he seems to have bounced back this year. Awesome to see. He was a part of the Andrew McCutchen trade between the Pirates and the San Francisco Giants a couple of years ago, and he had an absolutely incredible rookie year, hitting over 300. He almost won the batting title. Hopefully, he can bounce back and kind of solidify that left field position moving forward. Outside of that, you have Chris Sharp, Troy Stokes, Kanan Smith, and Daniel Amaral in pipeline. Not a terrible outfield pipeline, but the Pirates are not deep at outfield. They really, really need to focus in the draft on getting some outfield players looking forward. It could be something they could focus on in trades with Adam Frazier or something along those lines as well. Center fielder has been the worst position for the Pittsburgh Pirates this year. They've tried Anthony Alford and Dustin Fowler. Both of them ended up getting DFA'd. They both were not very good. A lot of strikeouts, not very many hits. You have Jared Oliva. They don't think he's quite ready yet, but you could see him this year in our Pirates franchise. Lolo Sanchez here, Sammy Ciani, and Hudson Head. Hudson Head was the big piece of the Joe Musgrove trade this year with San Diego. He looks like he's going to be very good. And then, of course, you have Travis Swaggerty, who was the first-round pick of the Pirates a couple years ago. He also looks like he can be very good. Hit a home run already in minor league season. If he can get some power going to pair with pretty good fielding and very good speed, could be a real threat in center field in Pittsburgh. Then, of course, we have the right field. Right now, starting is Gregory Polanco. He has been such a disappointment in Pittsburgh for so many years. Everyone always thinks Gregory Polanco is going to put it together. This is going to be the year, and then every year he lets the team down. It's frustrating. He's in the last year of a big contract, though, so look to see if we move him by the trade deadline as well. Not a whole lot of trade value there, only 68 overall with deep potential. Super, super unfortunate. They just picked up Kai Tom off the waiver wire a couple of days ago. He's been playing in real life. I'm curious to see what he brings to this franchise. And this is another big prospect for the Pirates. I moved O'Neal Cruz right field. I think this is a move that the Pirates are going to make in real life. If he stays at shortstop, he's a 6'7" shortstop, the tallest shortstop in Major League Baseball history. I don't see him sticking at that position, especially with how deep the middle infield is for the Pirates. So I moved O'Neal Cruz out to right field. This is where I think he's ultimately going to play when he hits, which could be as early as this year. Further down in the right field ranks, you got Cal Mitchell, Blake Sabal, and Blee Madris. Overall, the MLB roster, like I said, not very deep, not very good. It's going to struggle year one, but the big thing is all of the talent you have coming up the pipeline. Brian Hayes, Mitch Keller, Brian Reynolds, even Brault. There's just a lot of very, very good names in here that could push for roster positions over the next couple of years. Nick Gonzalez, O'Neal Cruz, Quinn Priester, G. Juan, Braxton Ashcraft. There's just a lot of big, big name prospects. Pirates are set up not for year one, but for years 2, 4. That's what we're going to try to pull off in this franchise overall. Real quick, before we end this video, though, I did want to go check out some of the other big name prospects on this list. Here we have the top prospect rankings based on RidinRosters. We have Wander Franco, of course. He's 5-tool player. Everyone knows Wander. He's going to end up being absolutely incredible down there in Tampa Bay. You have Bobby Witt Jr. At second, Adley Rushman at third, Julio Rodriguez, Christian Pache, Garrett Crochet, Spencer Torkelson, who was the #1 overall pick in last year's Major League Baseball draft, Jared Kelenic, who's just getting ready to get called up by the Seattle Mariners. He's almost ready. Mackenzie Gore, CJ Abrams, and Ryan Weathers for the San Diego Padres. Padres are absolutely incredible this year, and the fact that they still have 3 top 50 prospects that are almost ready to be called up is bonkers to think about. Drew Waters for the Braves as well. Matthew Liberatore for the Cardinals. That's going to be a nice NL Central rivalry moving forward between the Pirates and the Cardinals. Emerson Hancock, who was the first round pick by the Mariners last year. JJ Bleday for the Marlins, as well as Jose Devers. Kybert Ruiz for the Dodgers is a big news. And then you have Nick Gonzalez at second base for the Pirates. Quinn Priester for the Pirates. The other one I wanted to point out here is Alex Kirilloff from the Twins. He's actually been killing it. Got called up. He's already hit a couple of home runs. Looks like he's real deal. And then finally, Shane Baz for the Tampa Bay Rays. Shane Baz was a part of that Chris Archer trade between the Rays and the Pirates a couple years ago, along with Austin Meadows and Tyler Glasnow. He is going to be very, very good, and I'm sad he's not going to be in a Pirate uniform. Guys, that's kind of what the rosters look like. That's what you can look forward to over the next couple of years. I love RidinRosters. I love the work he does on the full minor rosters every single year, and I can't wait to get this franchise rolling and playing some consistent games. If you enjoyed this, if you want to follow along with the franchise, make sure to this video like and also sub to my channel. We're going to be putting out franchise content along with a lot of DT content, which should be fun moving forward. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoy making it. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch. My link is down in the description below. I stream Mondays through Thursdays, like I said at the beginning of the video. All of my other socials are in the description below as well. Feel free to check me out all over there. I'm excited to get this started. Let's get it going. I will see you guys soon. Peace.